Alright, welcome back to Dark Souls Remastered. This is going to be part 20, and in this part we're going to go through the Catacombs and kill Pinwheel. But first things first, we're going to go ahead and go to the depths, because we're going to farm some items. Specifically, we're going to farm some Eyes of Death. So, travel to the depths bonfire, and put on your gold serpent ring. And you want to get your humanity counter in the top left. Mine's at 4, it should be at 10. You want to get it up to 10, and having 10 humanity and your gold serpent ring on will give you max item discovery, so it'll give you the highest chances of finding your Eyes of Death. So there's the first basilisk. I'm going to show you the farming route here. This is the first basilisk. I'm going to go ahead and pop my 6 humanity that I need to get to 10 right here. And I'll show you the farming route. And there's going to be some extra like offshoots that I do of the route, where I'm just picking up items that you don't have to run that every single time, but be sure you take note of where the basilisks are, because you want to kill them to try and get Eyes of Death. So there's 2 more. We've killed 3 so far. There's another one right here. That's 4. There's going to be a bunch of them here. You can fall down. There's 5, 6, 7. So there's 7 chances of getting an Eye of Death right there. So there's 1 that I just got. You can go down this way, but there's no basilisks this way. There's just an item, this ring, which isn't very useful to be honest, but you know, pick it up, might as well. There's 1, 2, 3 more basilisks. And I got 2 more Eyes of Death. And you're gonna want 7 of these Eyes of Death. Actually, you want to farm at least 7. There's gonna be 3 more that we can pick up in the Catacombs, and that will give us a total of 10. You don't have to come down this way, but if you do, be careful with that hole. You don't want to fall down there, so jump over it, pick up that humanity. I would grab it, but you don't have to run down that way every single time you're doing the farming route. But yeah, anyways, you want to run this over and over until you get at least 7, because there are 3 Eyes of Death that you can pick up in the Catacombs. But if you don't want to pick up those 3, they are kind of hidden behind a somewhat tough enemy. Not too tough, but somewhat tough. So if you don't want to bother with that, then you can go ahead and farm 10 while you're here in the depths. But yeah, get at least 7, and then head back up. Be careful with that hollow with the torch. He could follow you all the way down here. It's kind of random if it happens. And yeah, that's the whole farming route. You just want to run back up to the bonfire, rest at it, and rinse and repeat until you have at least 7. In this case, I already had 10 of them, because I had already gone and picked up the 3 that are in the Catacombs. But I went ahead and cut to when I was done farming, and now we're gonna actually head to the Catacombs. Before you go down to the Catacombs, I actually almost forgot it here. I actually run past him, but you gotta go talk to the serpent here. Wake him up, and you're gonna want to have him take you back down to the Firelink altar area. So once he's awake, go ahead and do that. Press warp. He should eat you, bring you back down to the Firelink altar, and you want to place the Lordvessel on this little pedestal. You didn't want to do that beforehand, because it would have locked you out of talking to the other serpent after killing the 4 kings. So now that we can do that, or now that we have done that, it actually unlocks a bunch of doors in the later game areas that you couldn't open before. Sort of these like golden fog walls that you can't walk through. But now that we have the Lordvessel there placed in the altar, all those walls have disappeared. So we're gonna go down to the graveyard here, and if you go down these steps, we're gonna end up in the catacombs. Now when we're in the catacombs, there's gonna be a lot of things that we want to do here, a lot of things that we're gonna want to pick up. In particular, the 3 Eyes of Death. There's gonna be 3 miracles that we can pick up. There's going to be a weapon, a very particular weapon that we're going to want to pick up, because we're going to start using that soon. And a rare weapon that we need for the Knight's Honor achievement. But first, you can go ahead and run down this way, past all the skeletons, kill the necromancer there, and you want to kill him because he will keep resurrecting the skeletons if you don't kill him. But once he's dead, see if he drops his lantern, because if he does, it's great. You're going to want one of those. If not, no biggie. You're just going to have to deal with some stuff in the dark. Pull that lever, head back up. You can kill the enemies, you can not kill them. I go ahead and kill them because I know I'm going to be killing enemies up ahead. And I don't want them coming behind me, kind of flanking me, I guess. So, I took them out. Careful with this guy, he's going to probably do a roll charge at you. And then across the way, there's going to be another necromancer over there shooting fireballs at you. So careful that you don't get hit by that, especially when you're fighting this big group of skeletons here. Now when you head over here, you're going to get charged by another skeleton, and the necromancer's going to run away. That's fine, just let him run away. Don't chase him, because there's going to be all these skeletons guarding him. So just, let him run. That's fine. Don't worry about it. You will kill him eventually. Normally, the skeletons will just keep resurrecting, but because we have a divine weapon, they're actually not going to resurrect at all. And so that's the benefit of playing a faith build that uses a divine weapon. Is that necromancers lose all their power when you're using a divine weapon. So that's why we're going to let him run. It's not important to let him, or it's not important to kill him immediately. We can take our time in here, killing all the skeletons while he runs. He'll actually just run in a circle, so like right here, I don't think he usually stops there. Sometimes he'll jump out the little hole there. And be careful with the skeleton right here who tries to ambush you. Pretty much fails every time, but yeah, just keep an eye out for that. Once you're done with that, you kill the necromancer, you can come out here. There's going to be a couple more skeletons. Careful with these statues on the side, because they will try and stab you, and don't get hit by the flying glowing heads, because they will blow up and do a bunch of damage. Sometimes they can knock you off of the edge. I went ahead and ran past all the enemies, pulled the lever there that's going to turn the bridge so we can walk across it later, and I went ahead and picked up another soul item. Luckily, those exploding heads do friendly fire to the skeletons, so they went ahead and took out some of the skeletons for us, or at least stunned them for long enough for us to go and pull that lever. Once you cross this bridge, sometimes there's a necromancer across the way here. For some reason there wasn't for me. But if that's the case, just take out the skeletons first. Don't worry about the necromancer. Once the skeletons are down, you can kill the necromancer. And then you want to roll down here. There's a couple things we want to do over here. First off, there's a fake wall here, an illusory wall, but also the statue next to it will try and stab you. And there's a bonfire back here, just a little hidden bonfire. You might as well grab. I don't see why not. And then shield up when that thing stabs you. There's a little ladder here with a lever at the top that you want to pull or push, and you'll see in the distance that turns the platform or the bridge up ahead. Now before you do that, I'm going to show you, there's actually a little ledge here. You'll see there's those stairs, and there's a little ledge and another little ledge with a hole that you can go down. You can jump through that, or you can come around this way. go down the stairs and kind of roll or fall off the edge here, fall off here, and you want to do this because you want to pick up this weapon right here, the Great Scythe. The Great Scythe is a great weapon. We're going to end up using that for a while once we can get it upgraded to plus 15. You'll see in the distance there's a little necromancer. He ended up just running off the cliff. Normally he runs over here towards the lever to try and pull it, but for some reason he ran off the edge from me and killed himself, so I allowed it, you know. Go ahead and pull that lever if he doesn't pull it himself, and then start heading up, picking up all these items, being careful with these skeletons, not letting them knock you off the edge, also not letting them build up the bleed bar. Also, if you see the skeletons do this little block, but instead of using their shield, they're using their sword, that's going to be a parry, so you don't want to attack them when they're holding their sword up like that. You want to wait for them to do an attack or put their shield up. You don't need to grab all these items, they're just a bunch of soul items, but might as well, since we're here. They're free, these enemies aren't too bad to deal with. And then you want to just continue up the stairs, or maybe not up the stairs, through this door here. This is where we were before, where we got the Great Scythe, and this time we're gonna land right here and fall right here. Now here's where we're gonna get the 3 extra Eyes of Death. You want to run down this way, and all the way at the end here there's going to be a Titanite demon. You can run past him and go get those Eyes of Death, or you can fight him. I'm sure that lightning spears will do a decent amount of damage to him. And that coffin that we just passed up that was open on the right, we're going to end up going in there, but I'm going to leave and come back later, because that's when, right as I picked up those Eyes of Death, I realized that I hadn't gone back to farm the other ones yet, so you'll see me do a few cuts here once I come back. But while we're doing that, I'm going to go ahead and you can see a sign down there. You do need to be human to activate that sign. I mean, you don't need to summon that guy, but we're gonna do it. It helps you kind of get to the boss fight safer. Once you're down there, it's kind of a death trap once you get down there. So might as well have some help so that you don't die just before you get to the boss fight. But before we go down there, we're gonna come around this way, being sure not to die to any of the skeletons or the flying head things. I don't even know what you would call those. Gonna end up back here by these stairs, and there's gonna be this wall here that you can break, and you're gonna want to do this because number one, be careful with the archers, but you're gonna want to do this because there's gonna be some items over here that we need to grab. First off, once you jump down, be careful with that giant guy. You're gonna want to pick up the Darkmoon Séance ring in that coffin, and then immediately head through this door here. Now we're going to need that ring. That ring is really important for a boss fight that we're going to do later on. And once you're in here, there's going to be another necromancer that you can take out, and a skeleton. So just be careful. It doesn't matter which one you take out first. I normally go for the necromancer first just because he's got some range on you. And here he actually dropped his skull lantern. So if you get one of those, perfect. If not, don't worry about it, we'll get one later on. It's just going to make it a little bit easier for us earlier than if you don't get one. You're going to want to come through here and grab Tranquil Walk of Peace. It's going to be our 6th miracle, and you're going to fall through this little hole again. Right in front of that, you can fall back down onto this bridge here. I cut. This is after I went and farmed the rest of the Eyes of Death. And then you can fall into this little outstretched piece of rock here, and now this is where I'm coming back to go into that coffin by where the Titanite demon was. So I couldn't remember which one it was while I was playing. I knew it was on the left side, but I didn't know how far down it was. It's actually this one right here. Now to get in here, again, you need at least 1 Eye of Death in your inventory. There's 3 a little bit further down, but you want to have 10 to get a few items that we're going to need. This is similar to the nest with the giant crow that takes you back to the Northern Undead Asylum. In this case, instead of taking us back there, it's actually going to take us straight to the boss room, not for the Catacombs, but for the Tomb of the Giants. And I just let this cutscene play out because it's kind of creepy. You know, you just kind of lay in this coffin for a while, and suddenly someone comes up and pushes the thing over you, and you end up down in the Tomb of the Giants. And this is Gravelord Nito. This is going to be one of the bosses we fight up ahead in the next video. But you're going to want to join his covenant, and it's going to get you the Gravelord Covenant achievement, and it's going to get you the Gravelord Sword Dance Miracle and the Gravelord Sword Rare Weapon. And then you're going to want to offer the 10 Eyes of Death that you have to him to get the Gravelord Greatsword Dance Miracle. Once you've done that, you're good. You don't got to do anything else in here. You can run straight back to the coffin, jump in, and it should take you straight back to the spot where you got in the coffin originally. Such a creepy cutscene. I don't know why I like letting that one play out. And here we are back in the Catacombs. So, again, there's a Titanite demon that you can go ahead and kill for some souls there, and some demon Titanite. But we won't need that, or any of that. So once you do that, you can come right back here to this bit of outstretched rock. Be careful with the little skull things. Don't let them knock you off or damage you. Same with the skeletons. You want to fall down here and try not to die. Land on this platform here. There's going to be an item. You can go ahead and summon Mr. Paladin Leeroy. Not that you need to. You don't, like I said, you don't have to summon him. But once you fall down here, this is kind of just like a pit of death down here. There's just a bunch of skeletons, a bunch of Bonfire skeletons, which are just the worst type of enemy in the game. And then you're going to want to run all the way down here. The only reason I summon Paladin Leeroy is so that he kind of distracts all the enemies while you're running down that hall to go through the fog wall. Here, I go ahead and wait for him just because, no particular reason. Like I said, this boss fight is super easy. There's no strategy to it at all. It's just hit the boss. It's really not hard. You do not need a summon for this. I don't know why they gave a summon for this boss fight. There's no reason to have a summon for this. I don't even think I activated Power Within. Nope, I didn't. So, you can see just a couple of hits. Gonna take like 5 or 6 hits just to kill him. It's such an easy boss fight. You do not need any help whatsoever. But you can see Paladin Leeroy does do a lot of damage to him. Once he's dead, you'll get the Rite of Kindling, and this back corner wall will open up. You get the achievement for finding the Rite of Kindling. You can head up the ladder, and then up the next ladder, and you will enter the Tomb of the Giants. So this is going to be the end of the episode. Thanks for watching, and make sure you tune into the next episode. See ya.